In 1817, the poet and philosopher Samuel Taylor Coleridge coined the term suspension of disbelief. And as a writer and a filmmaker, I loved this implied imagery of pausing reality and cynicism and floating in the infinite galaxy of a story. Essentially, the term describes what happens when the reader, the viewer, the audience become so enchanted by the story that they suspend judgment concerning the implausibility of the narrative. They suspend the awareness that they are even an audience and surrender themselves to being a protagonist in the story itself. Because there is some beauty, some transcendent human truth, some magic that quells that voice of reason that says, it's just a story. My willingness to be suspended has always been more powerful than anything reality could conjure. Images, words, music, dialogue, it all lingers in my consciousness long after the story has been told. I remember when I was a little girl at sleepovers after watching a film, my friends would fall asleep, but I would remain wide awake, processing what we'd just seen, incredulous that they could simply shut their eyes, shut down those images, and slip into unconsciousness. Sometimes the other parents would worry about how affected I got by films and call my mother to come pick me up. As an adult, the cinema became my refuge, this portal to suspension of pain or self-doubt. In the darkness, those perfect red velvet rows lined up in front of a screen like soldiers of story, and I fall into line without question, with unswerving reverence. For film, I would fight. I do not ask why or where the battle takes place. My eyes are wide, my heart so willing to be wounded for the cause. When the credits roll, the others check their phones and stand up to leave with jarring disrespect. But I cannot. My senses are still pulsing with adrenaline, my mind still racing with flashbacks of the fantasy. And I am secretly thrilled that my involuntary response is always to be emotionally captivated, shamelessly seduced by story, floating long after in the suspension of disbelief. For what a gift it is, the ability to believe.